Today, I'm going to be showing you how to set up C++ for Unreal Engine. So, to begin with, the main things you require are Unreal Engine itself, Visual Studio build tools, not the Visual Studio editor, and then also Visual Studio Code, because we want to use a lightweight editor instead. To begin with, head over to Unreal Engine and download the launcher itself. Now, once you hit download, you just install the Epic installer and continue ahead. You might have to log in, that's up to you. And if you're on Linux, you can follow along by downloading the Linux version instead. Same with the macOS version too. I will do a separate video on how to set up on Linux, but you can follow this video for the most part for the moment. Now, once you've installed the Epic Games Launcher, it should come out something like this. You're going to head over to Unreal Engine. And then from here, you're going to add an engine version. There might be one grayed out already, and you're just going to select 5.7.1 and you're going to hit install. We're not going to open it just yet because we want to install the other things required for C++. The next thing to do is head over to visualstudio.microsoft.com, and from here we're not going to install Visual Studio 2026 itself. Instead, we're going to scroll down all the way down to the bottom here, and there will be drop down menus of Visual Studio, Tools for Visual Studio Code, and Others. We're going to go for Tools for Visual Studio, and we're going to select the Build Tools for Visual Studio 2026. We're going to hit Download, and from there, you're going to run the installer. Once the installer has opened up, we're going to select a few important things to install. We're going to get the desktop development, the .NET multi-platform, the .NET desktop builds, and the WinUI application development build tools. We're going to scroll down. And if you are working with C++ for Linux, you might want to install these separately here. However, for the moment, we have everything we need. Next, we're going to go over to individual components and scroll down a bit. You're going to look for C++ Clang compiler for Windows, and you're going to click check mark on that. And then scroll down, and you're going to make sure that you have the MSVC build tools for whatever version you have of a device. So for us here, it's x64, x86, but if you have different software, you might have a different version installed. Of course, depending on your language, you can select your language pack, but for the moment, we're going to stick with English, and we're going to click install. Now, once this installer is installing, go grab yourself a coffee. If you're enjoying the video at the moment, do consider dropping a like and maybe subscribing too for more Unreal Engine content. Alongside, as you can see, my other content is modding related too, but whichever floats your boat. And if you are interested on asking questions or needing help directly, join the Discord and you can DM me and I'll help you out if there's any issues with your installs. Once your Visual Studio build tools have installed, you can close out the installer. And then after that, we need to install Visual Studio Code itself. Head over to visualstudiocode.com and download for Windows. If you're installing from other platforms, you can click here and it shows all the different versions you can install. We're going to stick with Windows for this tutorial. However, as I said, a future video on the Linux install will be set up too. Once that's downloaded, run the exe, accept the agreement, click next, next again, and then once you get to this part here, you should checkmark add open with code and add open with code. This will allow you to right-click any C++ files or any other files you have on your system and open it with Visual Studio Code itself. You can even use Visual Studio as a notepad editor instead. I personally use it over using a notepad itself. It's super lightweight, so there's no issues at all with that. Once that's installed, you don't have to launch Visual Studio Code. You're just going to click finish, and that's all the requirements set up now. Head back to the Epic Games Launcher. And what we're going to do is we're going to launch Unreal Engine 5.7.1 for this tutorial. You can use any other version that you have already as well. It's going to ask you to install a few things and you're just going to hit yes and continue on. Once Unreal Engine opens up, we're going to hit New Project. And normally it will default to Blueprint. We don't want to be doing Blueprint. Instead, we're going to go blank or first person. We can choose any of these here. Let's say we go with first person for the moment. We're going to hit, instead of Blueprint, C++. If you want optimization to be the focus, you can either switch to mobile Or what I would recommend is, instead of maximum quality preset, go down to scalable, and then you can enable things when required. We're going to title this C++. And we're going to hit create on that project. Now, unlike a blueprint project, this will take a little bit longer to compile and set up, but once it's ready, we'll get back into what we need to do next. You're going to hit allow and let that compile the C++ source code. For me, it's going to open Visual Studio by default. However, for most of you, you may have the main Visual Studio installed already, which will open up instead. To change what source code editor you want to use on Unreal Engine, before we do anything else, is we're going to go and hit Edit, Editor Preferences, and then we're going to search up Source Code, and as we can see, Accessor, Source Code Editor. Normally it will default to Visual Studio. You want to hit Visual Studio Code instead. Once that's done, your entire project is set up. We can make sure it's working by going down to C++ classes, opening this up, and as you can see, there's a few default ones, but if we want to create a new C++ class, we hit New. You can select what you want as a template. We're just going to make an actor for the moment. We're going to make sure it's on public. You can mess around depending on where you want to use things. It's either going to be public or private, but for this case, public. We're going to call this a ball. And what we will do is we will hit create. That creates our class. So I'm not going to go into too much detail this tutorial on how to code in C++. It was mainly the setup. However, you have the header, which contains all the functions names. You have all the variable names, and also all the include files up the top. Alongside that, whatever functions you call are to be used in the private section where you have the C++ file itself. And that's where you designate the code that is going to happen in the game. But I will show you a few tutorials that you can go through with after this video that will help you get started with C++. But before that, I'm going to show you, if you already had a blueprint project, on how to convert that to a C++ project as well. So if you had a blueprint project already, let's say we're going to open up the third person in blueprint with scalable, and it's going to be combat. I'm going to call it blueprint to C++, and I'm going to create that project here. However, if you have your own one, just open that up and follow along in a moment. So once your project is opened up, what you want to do is click Tools, New C++ class, and you can create any class. You can create just an empty one to generate it. We're going to call this empty, and it's going to be a public class. Once you create that class, it's going to add all the C++ compile code to your project that was previously a blueprint project, and it's going to ask you to restart and build from your IDE. So we're going to click yes to edit the code, and we're going to close the project itself and trust the authors. Now, to build your project, this is for both versions. If you're ever making any changes and any alterations, you do have to close Unreal Engine unless you're using the live code editor. I personally find that the live code is a bit messy, so I don't use it. So I always close it, and then what you do is Control, Shift, and B to open up this menu here. When you're setting stuff up, you're going to go and select whatever the name of the project is, Windows 64, or whatever version of a build you want to do, and development build is what we're going to go with first. We're going to let that run. As we can see, it's actually building the project for us, and hopefully it will succeed. Once that has succeeded, what we also want to do is Control, Shift, and B again, and we want to make sure that we have a editor version as well. So we're going to go to Blueprint to CPP editor for this one. We're going to scroll down to Development Build. The reason why there's a separate one for the editor is if you make any functions that are exposed to blueprints, which you'll see in a few tutorials I recommend, you need to build the editor itself to see them in the blueprint section. Once that has done, we're going to do one more thing before we open the project. We're going to head over to Extensions, And we're going to make sure that all the C++ things are installed. If you had issues with building your project, same thing. Make sure that all the C++ extensions and tools are installed. I have a few different things installed due to the fact I use different engines, but don't worry about that. The main ones that you need are these three here. There is a common issue that happens when you're working with a Visual Studio Code and also Unreal Engine. And that is the information that you're trying to find out, such as here when you hover over stuff with IntelliSense, can kind of break. And there is a way to fix it, and I'll show you how to do that now. This is just the screenshot of how to fix it. If you want to just follow along with that instead of follow along with the video, you can do that. However, to fix the problem, we're going to go and edit quick suggestions. Then we're going to open the settings.json, and then we're going to change all of this here to end like this. And then afterwards, we're going to change the parser to tag parser instead of whatever it was previously on the C++ extension. So to edit the extension, we're going to right click the extension, go to settings, and we're going to search up parser. And once we find parser, we can see the IntelliSense engine. Instead of default, we're going to have tag parser. And then we're going to type in editor.quick. And that will open the editor quick settings. And what we're going to do, because Visual Studio has a setup, you're going to make other on, comments on, and strings on. You're going to make sure it's on always, and the delay is the 10 milliseconds. The main reason why we do this is because with Unreal Engine, if you don't have tag parser enabled, it ends up trying to calculate what should be added next based on context with all your code. However, it goes through all of the engine's code, which leads to it just slowing down. You have to wait nearly 30 seconds and even longer on an older system. This way, it actually shows you what you want and lets you know without giving you any errors. Once you have your project built, you can close out of Visual Studio, relaunch Unreal Engine, go to your My Projects. I'm going to open up the blueprint to C++. And as we can see, there we have it. Our project is now a C++ project and is ready to get started. Now, if you want to get started on actually programming in C++ in Unreal, I will link a few recommended tutorials down below, and you'll see a few of them on screen here as well. If you have enjoyed this video, do consider dropping that like and subscribing for more content like this. I also do modding content such as Hytale, and if you're interested for Hytale, I have a community server coming up soon once it releases. You can use code OSIP to help support the channel when you're purchasing the game, and if you already have the game and you're playing your own server instead with friends, feel free to use my referral link down below, and you can get 10% off of a Gportal server for yourself to host for you and your friends. Anyways, that's all for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.